From the greatest hockey arena ever constructed, we welcome you to White Bear Lake Boys Hockey on the Horn. The Bears playing host to the Centennial Cougars, and we are so excited to bring this North Suburban collision to you wherever you are watching right here on the home of White Bear Nation, at least for two more games, the Horn. With Chad Olson, I'm Zach Halverson. Chad, the Bears coming off of a very good test against the Roseville Raiders. We were here on Thursday night. Wasn't the most comfortable of wins, but they got the job done. And now things just get all the more tougher. This Centennial Cougar squad is very good.
Yeah, they got a high-powered offense on this Centennial Cougar team between Harper Searles and Heath Nelson, both having 44 points on the year. The Bears are going to have to try to stop that first line for the Cougars tonight if they want a chance in this game.
Back in goal for the Bears, Chad, is Leo Gabriel, and he has been a major part of the success for this squad.
Yeah, we thought he was going to get a night off on Thursday, but he had to come in relief, and he had a shutout the rest of the game. And like you said, 6 shutouts on the year when he starts the game. So definitely the strength on this Bears team.
And we are underway. Big battle here is Easton Cody, by the way, in goal for the Centennial Cougars. And a quick opportunity for Centennial, but it misses the net. Another try from way outside that also misses, and a third one goes wide of the goal. So some good Corsi stats getting picked up there, Chad, for Gabriel, but didn't get any saves out of that, unfortunately.
Unfortunate.
For his stats, because that's really what he's worried about right now.
He's a big Corsi guy.
Yeah. Or is that Fenwick? I don't remember. But regardless, a lot of shots attempted to start the game, but none on goal.
Our analytics guy couldn't make it today.
Unfortunately. He hasn't actually honestly made it in all the 12 years we've been doing this.
We've been looking for him.
But, yeah, eventually he'll show up. Maybe he'll show up on a week from Thursday. Maybe so. That'll be our final broadcast, which we noticed last time on Thursday as well. We're filtering out, but want to make sure you know that we are done after Thursday, February 15th. White Bear Woodbury will close out the home part of the schedule for this year before they move on to sections and beyond that. So we will bid adieu then, but enough goodbye talk for now. It's senior day, and so I guess we'll have some more goodbye talk as the puck is sent down the ice. No icing, waved off there.
Easton Cody thought a penalty was coming. He was already halfway to the bench and then realized it wasn't called.
No, so that's a good thing that for Cody that he was able to recognize that, and the puck just didn't happen to be going his direction as he watches a shot go just by his left shoulder, taken by Dylan Buteau. I mentioned it's senior night/day here. Great ceremony. That's why we were starting a little bit later on than we normally do. And so appreciate your patience as they had a really nice ceremony recognizing all the seniors that have been here in most cases multiple years, and there's benefit or have really put a lot of their heart and soul into this program. And as the old slogan goes, I don't know if they've continued it, but tradition never graduates, and it certainly doesn't here. This is a proud program. And a shot from the blue line, Distad took a hop on the way, went wide of the Cougar goal. So he'll retreat, grab it in his own zone, looks to his right. Selski is there, but instead he'll go behind Gabriel and set things up. Not much of a feeling out process between these two teams. You're not going to get much of a feeling out from Nolan Road, who just fights his way through, gets brought down. Some folks looking for a call. And nonetheless, again, letting him play here, both sides now with calls that maybe could have gone against him. And then a rising snapper from the blue line taken by Kinsbotter is gloved and covered by Easton and Cody.
Yeah, good job by Cody there to cover that puck up. Nolan Road was right on the doorstep there, and definitely a dangerous guy when he's right up front.
Draw pushed on goal and just kind of shimmying over and directing it into the corner with his pad was Cody. Battle continues in said corner, and carrying out with it is Cooper Hare. Hare gains the line, got it into the skates of a retreating Villela. Vinny Villela works it forward. Back in to the Cougars side it goes. Pressing hard there behind the net with Kinsvater, and then another opportunity turned away. Maverick Timmons watches it go, and then hard into the wall. Looks like he's okay with Bastia here breaking free, and a chance shot score. Harper Searles got behind the White Bear Lake defense and puts one away, and just like that, the Cougars are up 1-0.
Yeah, Harper Searles shows why he's probably going to be a Mr. Hockey candidate this year. Great pass and great job by Searles to stay on side and grab that pass and beat Gabriel over the shoulder.
Battle continues here now in the corner. The Cougars getting that early start. And rushing it aside there was Easton Cody. Big collision here by the Centennial bench. And the Bears trying to respond. They get it toward the goal. It's still loose, up in the air, bounces down. Now it's played back to the blue line. Tanner Olson to the point, to his left. Here's Buteau with a shot. That's turned away, and the rebound cleared out by the Cougars. That will go for an icing, but a great job by the second line of generating some offensive opportunities and certainly not letting the Cougars do much with the momentum they meant to gain there, Chad, from that early goal.
No, and that second line had a very strong game on Thursday as well. Good to see that carry over to this afternoon.
Draw one by the Cougars, but coming across there was Tyler Lalonde, stopping the clear attempt and pushing it back behind the goal. Now trying again is Harper Searles. He'll get it to the blue line, but it's backhanded back deep into the Cougar end. Timmons chasing after it as it's knocked off the wall forward to Nelson. Nelson across to a speedy Clampett, who fires one, rolled off his stick and then went wide of the goal. Bears looking to break it out. They flip it high in the air. It goes all the way down the ice, and back there again, Harper Searles all over the place this afternoon. He gives it to Caleb Krinkle. Krinkle to his left, and then a long pass at the red line is deflected out of play, and we have a whistle with 11:36 to go, period number one. One goal on the board. It's to the Cougars.
Yeah, you can definitely see already why this first line for Centennial has been so good already, or so good this year. All three of them with great speed.
Carl's fighting for it for the Cougars. Gets some help from Hare. There's play just outside the blue line, and then it'll hit a Cougar stick and bounce back deep in the Centennial end. Jammed to the blue line, kept in briefly by Distad, helped out by Norman. Norman sends one out in front, and Cody shrugs it to his left to the blue line, kept in, fired back behind. This Bears offensive forecheck still looking impressive here. Another try from the blue line. That shot's blocked. Goes behind the goal for Peterson. He'll try to split the D to Hare, but Hare is working along his backhand. Centers one intercepted by Distad. He'll get it back in the corner. It's in his skates, slides it forward, and the assistant captain, Dylan Buteau, will gain some speed, gains the line, sends it to his left. Picked up by Ryan Sturm, let go for Buteau. Buteau works it back for Newlander, who cycles it back in the direction of Buteau. Just skipped his stick, and that allows the Cougars to play it to some open ice here as they look to break it up. But again, Kinsfater gets in the way of that one. That was Newlander as well down there for White Bear Lake. So the Cougars do break it out, but then they force a turnover in the White Bear Lake zone, and it's played on goal for Gabriel's first save of the hockey game with 10 minutes remaining in period number 1. Again, the scoring certainly in favor of the Cougars, but the scoring chances certainly in favor of the Bears as the Cougars had another shot at that one, also turned away by Gabriel. And the Bears is trying to navigate through neutral ice, but it's pickpocketed and worked over near side for Grodchuk to send the puck deep. Tanner Grodchuk, 3 goals, 4 assists on the season. Now the speedy Nolan Road cuts his way through, spins around, looks, fires a shot, 5-hole, and dropping down to making the save is Easton Cody. Great job by Cody reading that, as that's certainly one of Nolan Road's kind of signature moves where he's able to just spin and fire.
Yep, you thought maybe he would pass it over to Maverick Timmons, but he tried to catch Cody off guard and just fired it, and nice save by the goaltender.
Shots on goal now, 8-2. I would think 2. I don't think they've added that other one yet, but still just a one-sided affair in terms of scoring opportunities. Bears just need to capitalize. Hard pass off to neutral ice it goes, and then deep. Distads turns around, picks it up on his backhand, leaves it behind for Selski, who's going for the Hail Mary to Timmons, finds him, and then at the blue line, Timmons just lets a wrister go, and then Lalonde forcing the face-off inside the Cougar zone. This top line, Chad, certainly getting some more ice time than they got on Thursday night.
Yep.
And you see there, they want the face-off because I think they've been doing good in the face-off. And again, they win the draw back to Distad. Distad sends it down low. Lalonde will look after it here now, cycles it back for Timmons. Timmons, who does the same to Rode, but Rode is knocked away from the puck, and the Cougars will come free with it. Pass, and he skates to Nelson. He kicks it to his tape. Got it just inside the zone, but the Bears steal it back. Lalonde tried to go off the wall to Rode. Rode in the penalty box area will slide it forward, but it's stolen away by Centennial. They will regroup in their zone, and it's played off a tip into the zone by Nelson. The Cougars giving chase. White Bear returning to grab the puck, and they send it right back to neutral ice before the Cougars, well, they return the favor and send it right back deep into the White Bear Lake end. 8 minutes remaining in period number 1. The Cougars trying to fight free. They can't do so there. It's stolen by Distad. Played off the wall forward to Newlander, and then up the ice comes Rode. Rode cuts across. Couldn't hold on through it as his stick knocked out of his hands by the Cougars. Back toward the Cougar zone. A big battle there by Magnus Benz, but he can't get it to work, but forces an icing instead by the Cougars. 7:41 remaining in period number 1. Cougars win the draw. Corner to corner pass, and now the breakout is complete. Carls cuts his way through, drives to the corner, looks to center one, goes all the way through, back out to the blue line where Escobedo had it. Sends it to the corner, now a centering attempt broken up by White Bear Lake, played back to the perimeter. The skates of Sturm. Newlander comes back to help out, handles the puck, slides it back to his left for Dylan Buteau. Buteau driving in. Here's Buteau with a chance. Rockets one to the goal, but Cody makes the save. Bears continuing to knock on the door. And just coming up short, Easton Cody now his 10th save of the hockey game. We're not even 10 minutes in.
No, and we've noticed so far that Cody does not give out any rebounds. So if he does let one out, the Bears are going to have to take advantage of that.
Drop push to the corner in front of the Zamboni doors. Norman will pick it up with the whistle blown for.
They both going?
Was it whistle blown with Norman? Oh, so there was away from the play, but heading to the box, Vinny Villela, as well as Cougars captain number 12, Austin Peterson, both for roughing, and we will skate 5-on-5. So perhaps the officials recognizing some potential for things to get a little out of hand, and they just want to put a stop to it before it begins. Draw forced out by the Cougars looking out. Trinkle. Played off a high stick, and that's negated by a Cougar touch, and then it ends up, I think, going into the Cougar bench anyway. So it's on its way to the Cougar bench, and then it gets knocked out of the air, but then ends up finding it. It was destined, man.
It was destined.
It was destined for the Cougar bench. So 6.5 remaining in the first. Another draw, top line back out there for White Bear Lake, and it's won by the Cougars. Nelson gets it to the red line. Bears will have to touch up. I don't know what Lalonde was thinking there, honestly. He's clearly out, and he was not even close to the blue line, and ended up turning around and skating in. So that was one of the more bizarre things I've seen on the rink lately, but Rode trying to cut his way through, got past the first Cougar, couldn't get past the second. And here comes Searles again with a chance, off the post, rebound. Gabriel finds a way to push it free, but the forecheck continues for Centennial as they play it behind the White Bear Lake goal. Big hit from behind on the far side. The officials rule it a clean play, and now coming in is Maverick Timmons. His shot wide of the goal, takes a quick hop off the wall, and that's certainly the home ice advantage here. These guys certainly know how those boards bounce, and it looked like that might have been certainly a set-up play. Instead, though, the Cougars able to get it out of harm's way. Nelson fighting in his way into the White Bear Lake end. All the way around to Timmons. Returns it for Olson, who quickly passes it up to his left, where Nolan Rode will skate his way in. Rode curling to the outside, missed Timmons, continued through, and then stolen away nicely by Nick Carls, who will cut his way deep into the White Bear Lake end. Chance in front. The shot by Hare is blocked, or Hemmer rather, blocked by the other 15, Tanner Olson, and it goes out of play.
Tanner Olson definitely strong at getting his body and stick in front of the puck so far today.
Up the ice, fired in by Distad. Buteau. Three-on-two battle there. Bears just, again, most of this period spent to our right. Bear Lake hoping their persistence will pay off as they force another ice. .432 to go, period number one. Centennial up 1-0. Distad to his left. Buteau has it in his skates. Shot by Distad, directed to the corner by Cody. Hey, Chad, look, Barry's here.
He is.
the mascot.
Good to see him make an appearance.
Sturm knocked off the puck. Stepping up is Bastida. Bastida. And the hand goes up, and I think Chad Bastida maybe drew a penalty there, and there's going to be another roughing.
Logan Adams.
Yeah, so Logan Adams goes to the box for roughing. And this is a tremendous opportunity for this power play to do some damage here, get this team on the board.
Yeah, we'll see how the Bears do on this one. Power play still at about 18% coming into today.
We'd love to see that number go up a little bit more here, especially at this part of the season. You can get that power play rolling. It's such a advantage when you get to these section games, where oftentimes, Chad, special teams can be very much the difference.
Really can be.
Margin's so slim. Here they started up. It's Distad to Rode. Distad just out of the reach of Timmons, but he recovers, and then the poke check ends up out of play. There's that long reach there as they tried to clear. Bears, for their part, you mentioned, Chad, 17.4% on the power play. So want to get that thing rolling, get some confidence, and that's not going to be the way to do it to start off, as it's cleared back out to center. Rode will handle it, slides it back for Distad, gains some speed as he enters the Cougar zone, and will pass it to himself at the blue line. Over to Rode. Rode drives in, fires a shot that misses. Timmons out of his reach, and the Bears will again have to retreat to neutral ice. Power play continues for another minute 3. Distad in the corner. Timmons stepping up, also getting some help from Lalonde. But the Cougars come away with it, and they fire it down the ice. 50 seconds remain in this White Bear Lake power play. The Cougars, by the way, had 88.6% on the penalty kill. That is a really good number to have. And it's showing today here. With 30 seconds left on this power play, Bears unable to generate much with it. Olsen to Selski. Worked forward to Buteau, lost it as he entered the zone. Selski recovers, gets it back for Olsen, and Olsen will work his way in now up the right side this time, with 10 seconds to go in the power play. Behind the goal, now out high, Selski fires it, save made. Laska getting there. Time has expired on the power play for the Cougars, still an advantage in the zone for now. The Bears, as a shot from Selski blocked out in front. Olsen trying to keep it in, he can't do so, or he's able to do so as he sends it behind the goal to Laska. Laska out high for Selski. Selski forward to Laska. Laska, his shot up in the air, flutters down, it's caught out of the air, and then about 3 or 4 cross checks follow after that, and Buteau not too happy about that, wondering why that's allowed.
Yeah, nice play by Buteau to try to tip that just at the last minute, but unfortunately able to get his stick on it.
1 minute, 21 seconds remain. Period number 1. Shots on goal on the board read 12-2 in favor of White Bear, but where it counts, still 1-0 Cougars. Off the draw. Bears trying to get an on goal, but good wall of defense by the Cougars keeps it away from their goaltender. Bears force a turnover at center ice, but can't hang on to it. pushed just inside the White Bear Lake zone, but Laska trying to help it out. As it's played right back just to the right of Leo Gabriel. In front, chance for the Cougars. Nice poke check by Gabriel. Pushing it out of danger, does it again. Now a third time, top of the slot. The shot caught just a piece of that right pad. And another try to the back door. Gabriel trying to hug the post with it. And yeah, I don't know, Chad, if he would have been better off just
Shooting
firing
the puck.
that.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're trying to do there, but
yeah, when you're in that tight, there's really not much room to try to make a move.
34.1 remaining in the period. All right, buddy, we got to drop the puck before this song starts derailing. There we go. Timmons up the ice, flips it over to his right for Rode. Rode, some nice moves coming in. Rode in front, and both White Bear Lake sticks tied up. A great defensive play by the Cougars as the White Bear Lake Bears offense, numerous tries, numerous opportunities, just can't get them to convert. 8 seconds remain here in the period. We'll see how aggressive they want to get, and they won't. This stat will run the clock out, and the first 17 minutes are gone here at TCO Sports Garden, and the Centennial Cougars lead the White Bear Lake Bears 1-0 after all was said and done. And you can see the difference in the ice even, Chad. It's definitely some untouched ice to our left, where a lot more snow to our right, but unfortunately for the Bears, just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, plenty of zone time, plenty of chances, just unable to solve Easton Cody. And then for the Cougars, all it took was one breakaway by the likely Mr. Hockey finalist Harper Searles to beat Leo Gabriel to give him a 1-0 lead. Otherwise, I think the Bears had a pretty strong period, like you said, just unable to get on the board.
Well, we'll take a breather. We'll come back with more after this. The Bears and the Cougars battling out here at TCO Sports Garden. All thanks in part to Will Anderson and American Family Insurance. Period number 2 up ahead at the greatest hockey arena ever constructed. It's TCO Sports Garden, and the Bears and the Cougars on the horn. The Cougars out to an early lead, but the Bears dominated much of that first period. Just couldn't get it past the goaltender in Easton Cody. It was Harper Searles who caught a Hail Mary pass, just got onside at the White Bear Lake blue line, and then carried it in all alone to beat Leo Gabriel on the first shot on goal of the game for the Cougars. They've got 2 officially right now, and we are back underway for period number 2. And the Cougars getting off to a much better start there. Searles just wide, takes a hop off the side of the cage, went behind the goal. White Bear Lake looking for a breakout here. It's Nolan Road slicing and dicing his way through, but the Bears were going to be offside as they entered the zone. So quick transition back here. Hare with a chance, but his shot knocked away before he could pull the trigger. Another try now. Here's Harper Searles again trying to pick a corner, but he misses high and wide. Cougars forecheck now continuing, but White Bear Lake able to jam it free. It's just knocked softly off the wall to neutral ice by Lalonde, and then coming back to grab it will be Selski as he just tried to jam at it, trying to knock it back out to center. Gets some help from Distad, but Distad loses the puck. A centering pass back to the blue line, kept in, fired just to the slot area, but knocked off a White Bear stick and out of harm's way. Peterson keeps it in at the blue line and fires a quick on the ice shot that Gabriel is able to turn away. And then some after the whistle activity here. Harper Searles and Nolan Road, 2 of the best skaters in the state of Minnesota,
Yeah.
having some words for each other. Harper Searles, by the way, came into this one with 15 goals and 29 assists. He now has 16 on the year. He caught that pass from Austin Peterson, his 14th assist on the season. So that defensive core there for the Cougars coming up big. And another try and a shot from the blue line there. Escobedo with the chance, doesn't get to the goal. That one does, hits the stick of Leo Gabriel, then it's swatted with the right hand of Olsen to the outside. Bears able to flip it to center, takes a couple of bounces, goes to the stick of Caleb Krinkle, and he'll dump it in, but he didn't, I don't think, realize totally he was behind the red line when he dumped it in, and it goes for an icing instead. So we finally will see some zone time now for White Bear Lake to start the second. Clearly Chad Richmany, the head coach for the Centennial Cougars, had something to say in that locker room about getting going, because
that's for sure.
That was a much better start to the second, or to a period, than what we saw throughout that entire first period, basically.
Yeah, you didn't really see a lot of extended zone times for the Cougars in the first.
So that has changed up. The Bears trying to play more like the first period, as the Cougars with a weak angle shot turned away by Gabriel. And that'll bring the face-off into the White Bear Lake end this time. There's just one power play today. Logan Adams got called for roughing back in the first period, and the Bears didn't have much to say, at least with that man advantage. In fact, they have looked better without the man advantage in that period than they did with it. Maverick Timmons has the puck slide off his stick, sends it to the corner for Nolan Road to pick up. Road cuts across, he'll fire one wide. Trying to get his own rebound, pretty much did. And then had it knocked away from him, but he's trying to get it back as the Cougars rim it to the blue line. Down to the red line, but Olsen keeps it in front of him. He'll play it to his right for Timmons. Timmons fires one, hits some skates, bounces back, cycled down by Rowe, but intercepted by Centennial. They'll send it to neutral ice immediately, but then it's Nolan Road again. We'll let it go for Timmons. Timmons slips it up in the air, looking for some help from Lalonde. Got it. Got the puck briefly. Had to battle through a couple. Now here's Rowe with a chance, trying to quickly flip it up in the air. Slashing is going to be the call. A penalty call made there, and it was blown pretty quickly, so I don't know if that was on White Bear.
I think it might be on Timmons.
I think it is. So Maverick Timmons going to the box for slashing, and now the first opportunity of the night to see the power play for Centennial coming into this one, Chad. 34.4%.
Oh, boy.
So this is a very, very good power play. And Bears will certainly have their hands full. Watch out for Heath Nelson. He's got 8 power play goals on the year. He's number 5. And he is out there for the Cougars. The Bears, though, for their part, Chad, 91.9%. So
very good.
A very good penalty kill against a very good power play. We'll see what happens as the Cougars enter the zone. Peterson out high for Searles to his left. Here's a chance, Nelson. He'll drop it to the corner. You can see why he's got all those power play goals, Chad, where Nelson is playing on the ice. They want to get him the puck, and they just did here. Nelson with the shot. That's blocked to the corner. Great job by Distad getting in the way of it as the play continues here in front of the Cougar bench. Flipped up in the air. Nelson racing after it, but Distad will get there first. He'll backhand it off the wall to center. Move to the right to Peterson. Peterson plays it forward to Clampett. Clampett gets it inside the zone, but it's pickpocketed nicely by Norman. He'll work it along the boards here, get some help from Goroff, who played it to the blue line. A hand goes up, and the Cougars are going to want to give the puck to the Bears here. I don't know why they're killing so much time. Now the hand goes, now another whistle blows for no reason. And they might
just get called for too many men.
Too many men. I think they're going to, I don't know why the whistle would have blown. So the whistle blew for no reason with Cougars controlling the puck. They had the 5-on-4 advantage.
And now
yeah, that'll happen.
Yep.
So I guess it's going to be 5-on-3. I'd like to know why the whistle was blown.
Yeah.
And now Coach Anderson wants an explanation as well. I don't know if there's some rule against, because I've just never seen it personally, a delayed penalty. Can you get, you should be able to get a too many men.
Yeah. I think you rarely see it, but if like
That's
if the player comes too early before comes on the ice too early before the goalie gets to the bench, but I guess nothing.
I might have to talk to Coach Anderson at some point and ask for what he just heard. So 5-on-3 now for 48 seconds. 5 seconds are gone after that. So we're at 40 seconds now. Peterson to the corner here. This is a golden opportunity for the Cougars. Could have been even more of a golden opportunity if they would have, I guess, just given the puck immediately to the Bears. Beautiful, beautiful play by Distad, not only poking it to the corner, but then getting his skate and stick between the boards and the puck. That is great work by the Bears here. What a job, and then Rode will send it down the ice. Phenomenal play by Distad and then Rode. So now 10 seconds remains in the 5-on-3. The lone goal scorer of the game, Harper Searles, will carry it in, fires a shot that ramps off a stick, goes in the corner, and it's cleared out immediately. 5-on-4 now for 69 more seconds. White Bear Lake seeing Timmons back. He'll go to the bench and then is replaced by Buteau. Cougars trying to get something going here at the final minute of their power play. Running into some issues with Tanner Olson, though. Very aggressive penalty kill for the White Bear Lake Bears. Olson just trying to keep it along the perimeter. Does a great job again. Now it's Rode. Rode jamming it through, got it forward, and then tripping over the blue line on the way to the puck was Buteau.
You got to watch out for that blue line.
And here comes Peterson, cuts his way back in, drives to the goal, and could not slice and dice his way through it. Softly goes on Gabriel, who makes the easy save with 28 seconds remaining on the power play for the Cougars. And Chad, this is, I don't want to, things can change here in the next half minute.
Yep.
But what an effort by some of these White Bear Lake Bears to kill this penalty off.
It really has been, and it could, if they are able to survive these next 28 seconds, might be a really big momentum builder.
But a lot of work to do here, and there's a guy, 8 power play goals does Nelson, looking for number 9. He'll backhand it to Searles, right side for Peterson. Peterson curls to the outside, now sends it across for Nelson. Nelson driving in, Nelson to the corner, gets it back. The shot doesn't get to the goal, and the Bears able to clear it down the ice, and that will pretty much do it. Maybe one last rush as The goaltender there, Cody, came out of his goal to play it forward. Some nice moves by Searles, but it's knocked off his stick, and the penalty is over. Big penalty kill there for the White Bear Lake Bears. 5-on-3 for 48 seconds, and still no goals for the Cougars during that time. And now Laska gaining some speed here, trying to get there first. Pokes it along behind the goal, but couldn't control. But a little bit of help there, playing it out in front dangerously was Distad, but couldn't connect with the intended receiver of Norman, and 3-on-2 back the other way from the Cougars. Miscue on the pass will force them just to drive it deep in the corner. Centering attempt easily intercepted and then sent down the ice for nobody. There an icing call by Newlander with 10 and a half to go in period number 2. Still 1-0 Centennial leading the Bears.
Yeah, what a kill! Especially once the Bears went down 5-on-3, I thought, oh, here we go with how potent this power play is. But Bears defense just very, very strong in helping out their goaltender.
But we hope to see some momentum change. The Cougars doing a good job, though, keeping the forecheck going into this White Bear Lake. And ice certainly seems to be tilted. As now it's played forward to Timmons. Timmons drives a shot that, well, just didn't get to go. Great defensive play by the Cougars, and now Adams the other way for Centennial. His shot goes up high into the glass, bounces to Lalonde, stick at neutral ice, looking for Timmons to his left. Lalonde, shot save made. Timmons in the area, but just couldn't get his stick on it. Then Rode fires one wide of the Cougar goal, cycled back to Rode off the stick of Lalonde. Timmons trying to help out as well, but it's played just past him, and Centennial will flip it up in the air to center. Adams takes a hit in the process, and it's Olsen now for White Bear Lake, cutting his way back in. Olsen to Rode to his right, trying to get it there, couldn't get it there. Again, another big stick lift by Centennial, doing a really good job in front of their own goal, not allowing the Bears to get clean looks at their goaltender, as the Bears will send it right back. Fire wagon hockey here in the middle stages of regulation. Backhanded by Selski to the corner. Buteau looked after it but couldn't get his stick on the puck. It's played back out to Selski at the red line. He'll fire it deep in the left corner of the Cougars zone behind the goal. It's cycled back behind by Doroff. Doroff playing around with it. Got it to Sturm, but then it's knocked free by the Cougars, and they'll try to get something going as they work it down the ice. It's Carls, centers one, loose puck in the slot, picked up by White Bear Lake. They'll work it down the ice. It's Newlander. Newlander hard off the wall. Cody will stop it behind his goal, rings it around the wall to the far half wall, where the Cougars will pick it up and clear it out to center. Clamp it at the red line. To his left, into the zone comes the Cougars again, but they can't find any open area in front of that White Bear Lake goal. Bears will have another breakout. It's Dylan Buteau. The tail end of a long shift, flips it high in the air, hits the glass. Wholesale change for the Bears as the Cougars now look to work up the ice and maybe take advantage of that. Unable to do so, Olsen at the red line will fire it back deep. Clamp it, trying to fight off Norman in the corner. Puck came free. Chance for the Bears, a shot, and Easton Cody making the save. 7:53 to go, period number 2. It's 1-0 Centennial. Thank you for checking in wherever you are watching. There, the shots certainly, after a 12-2 official first period, now a 14-12 in favor of White Bear. But the Bears starting to fight back again. Here's Rode, brought down, gets back up, plays it to the blue line. Olsen's shot redirected just off the side of the cage. Lalonde reaching after it, trying to make a play, and almost did. Timmons pressuring Cooper Hare. Finally, Cougars able to find an outlet. Hare works his way in. Backhands it right to the stick of Rode, who flipped it up in the air to the blue line, kept in. Searles with the shot, takes a hop on the way and goes wide of the White Bear Lake goal. Picked up by Rode at the 10-minute mark of period number 2. It's Rode driving in, got hit, was forced to go behind the Cougar goal before Centennial steals it away. Clampett, 85-foot pass to his left, and then the return feed goes wide of everybody, takes a hop off the corner wall, and it's flipped to center. Norman muscles it forward. Played briefly by Villela, but it's worked back to neutral. Will Distad goes behind his goal. Distad to Norman. Norman off the wall. Escobedo for the Cougars goes off his back wall. Met there by Villela. And the Cougars able to jam at the center. Tanner Olson took a weird hop, went up on the shelf. The Bears had it for a moment, and now away from the play, there was a couple of bodies fighting, and cross-checking is going to be the call, and I think it's going to go on White Bear. Vinny Villela was fighting away from the puck in an offensive zone cross-checking call that was unfortunate to say the least, and now again this high-powered Cougar power play going to get another opportunity.
Yep, those are the ones that always seem to come back to hurt you, is the offensive zone penalty away from the puck. Just an unnecessary play there by the Bears.
Not even close. Just took a look at the replay, Chad. That was a pretty vicious cross check. So we see a good start to this penalty kill for the Bears again. That just unfortunate has to happen at this point of close hockey game against such a good opponent. But we'll see if the Bears can fight it off. Chance in front on the backhand. Nelson to Peterson. His shot blocked. Great job by Kinsvater getting the way. Now Newlander rather trying to get it free. Can't get it past the blue line. A chance backdoor. What a save by Leo Gabriel, cutting across and getting that right pad in the way just in time. And then a hand goes up. Slashing is the call. Frustrations continuing to mount. Back-to-back offensive zone penalties.
The Bears just got called for it too.
What?
Yep. Yeah, the number 2 for the Bears made like a crying motion at the Centennial guy.
Goodness.
The ref called it.
Mason Jerkovich in the box for the Bears, and that negated a 4-on-4. And now I believe it's just going to be 5-on-4, and there'll be 2-minute coincidentals. So man, you got to be smarter, guys.
Yeah,
come on. I mean, I'm
another
sorry.
dumb play.
Ridiculous. You don't need to do that. I know. Again, we talked about emotions and everything, but you gotta control it here. That's what good teams do, and this is a really good team. A shot for the Cougars is turned away. I mean, it's one thing if we're doing this in December, Chad, but this is
February.
This is February. You gotta lock in. You know, I'll tell you what, Chad. I don't think Hill Murray, Gentry, and Stillwater are going to be too kind to you as well out there.
No, Tanner Olson without his stick.
Yeah, so 5 on 3.5 at least for the next 30 seconds. I don't know where his stick is. A chance backdoor opportunity cleared out. Great job by Rowe, just picking a corner with it. Literally puts a big hit on. Back to Peterson. Peterson makes a move, fires a shot. It's loose in front. Road will get there first, and we'll send it 200 feet. Cody comes out to grab it for the Cougars, but that will pretty much do it. We'll go back to 5-on-5 with all 5 White Bear Lake players possessing a hockey stick. Here come the Cougars. Chance shot saved. Rebound cleared all the way down the ice. Race for the puck is on. Here's Villela driving after it, and then he ends up going into the Cougar goal, knocking the goal off the moorings, and that will bring the whistle.
This game getting pretty heated. Hopefully both teams are able to keep it under control.
And I hate to bring it up, but you know, this is a crucial point in the season, and you don't want to see anybody get hurt in a regular season game that
Nope.
I don't think is going to affect much of either seedings in either of the section these teams are in. Out in front, a shot to the goal, rebound bounced around, but it stays out. Great job by Driscoll at the blue line. In the corner, Norman driving in, got one to the back door, nobody there to put it away, and Centennial sends it high off the glass to center. And another big penalty kill perhaps has swung some momentum the Bears' way. We'll see if they can build on it. Nice job knocking that out of the air by Alex Doroff. He'll cut to his right, then send it to his left. Norman with the shot, and the save is made, and then the collision behind the goal. And they're going to really, Chad, have to start calling some of the ticky-tack stuff, I think, almost. I mean,
got to keep it under control somehow.
Because it's just every whistle now, somebody has something to do to somebody else.
Yeah, even if nobody's even close to the goalie.
Nolan Road wins the face-off back to Olsen. Olsen winds, fires a shot, gets through, and then the whistle blown. It's under Cody's glove, but that's exactly what you want to do if you're White Bear Lake at this point. Win the face-off, get it out to Olsen. He's got a great shot.
Yep.
And hope to get lucky. Unfortunately, they didn't get lucky on that try, but they set up another opportunity where, again, in the words of Pharrell, wait, no, that's Happy. What's the Get Lucky song? I can't remember. Really,
Daft Punk.
In the words of Daft Punk, which is pretty ironic because I don't think they've ever said a word publicly in their life. Cougars able to force it out. An aggressive play by White Bear Lake's defense, and works out for them. They'll skate it right back into the Cougar side. Race for the puck is on. Road will corral it for White Bear. Backhands it to his right. Here's Selski with a shot that hits the glass. Backhander down low. Lalonde has it in his skates. He's able to kind of kick it over for Timmons. Back to the blue line. Here's Olsen. His shot blocked, but played by Timmons toward the goal in front. It's loose, but doesn't go for the Bears. It's Road again, helping with Timmons. Timmons to the corner. And both these squads now, I think, Chad, a little tired. A long shift for both sides.
Yep.
Cougars are going to make some changes. Bears, well, I'm sure dump and change as soon as they can, and they will absolutely do that here. So wholesale changes now for the Bears. The blue line, a shot is blocked, played dangerously out in front. Nelson had it for a moment, gets it right back, sends it into the glove of Leo Gabriel with 69 seconds to go in period number 2.
Yeah, Harper Searles got up and just skated over and cross-checked Olsen right in the back. We'll see if anything is called. It doesn't look like it.
I guess I know that they've been playing obviously regularly for many years. I just didn't realize there was such a heated rivalry.
Did
with
something
the
happen in youth hockey at some point, or what?
Maybe the Bantam team, or certainly feels like there's some unresolved feelings here. off the glass, and now the Bears have numbers. 2-on-1 forming here. Newlander fires one. Save is made. Didn't get the rebound he was looking for. Good job by, it was Easton Cody in goal for the Cougars, just directing that up in the air instead of right to the stick of Buteau. And now back in come the Bears again. A shot goes off of the shin pad. Trying to get it back was Distad. Escobedo. Pass out to center. Grabbing it and firing it back deep was Driscoll. Hit the corner board. Swatted back out to neutral ice. Newlander gets there first. Right in front of the White Bear Lake bench. The Cougars control it. And then away from the play, there's a White Bear Lake Bear down. And a hand up. And Buteau not too happy. He's wants to respond to what Krinkle did. Chad, did you see what?
I missed it. I was looking more in the corner.
From the play. I believe we're going to get a power play, and for maybe a significant one here, as the officials are conferencing. We're going to take a look, and with YouTube, you can all yourself as well just do your own look here, but we'll see. Oh wow, so a little quick two-hander and a 5-minute major for White Bear Lake with 14.5 seconds to go. So Alex Doroff certainly got a little shove in away from the play, and then Krinkle came back and wanted to play a little baseball. So, and that's not allowed. I don't think you can play hockey in the game of baseball. I don't think you can play baseball in the game of hockey.
You don't think so?
No. So 10 seconds remain in the period. Bears maybe will try to get something before the end, and doesn't look like that's going to be possible here. Norman, Road will let it go into the zone. But to start period number 3, they will have 4 minutes and 46 seconds of power play time, and I think they're going to have to, Chad, I think they might have to take some extra measures here. The teams share a tunnel.
Yeah,
and you might
they're definitely going to have to hold them back.
Might want to let them wait here a little longer than you normally do, because there is still some words being exchanged and some players being held back on the White Bear Lake bench. You see Coach Anderson.
I was just going to say, Coach Anderson.
In the way.
Yep.
We're just going to, no. And they literally, he's
the Bears are trying to go.
They're trying. It was like, so apparently the Cougars and the Bears rivalry that used to be a section rivalry, Chad, is now just an old-fashioned high school rivalry, because these teams do not like each other. So the bad news is Bears still down 1-0 after 2. They've certainly had some opportunities here and there, but I said earlier in the broadcast, the play by the Cougars in front of their own goal, the stick play, what they're able to do, I mean, the Bears have gotten the puck to where they wanted to get there, but they just have been unable to really get a good quality shot off in that process. So we'll see what happens as we make our way to the third, and White Bear Lake. I will tell you right now, if you're Coach Anderson, Chad, I think you're telling this team, hey, Centennial is going to do everything they possibly can to get you to take a penalty and make this a 4-on-4 for 2 minutes.
100%.
They're going to chip at you. They're going to take all sorts of cheap shots. You've got to be smart here. This is a golden opportunity. As good as this penalty kill is for the Cougars, this power play for the Bears has been decent as well this year. And if they can, get their guys going and just use this next 4 minutes, because you need to get one here. You need to get at least one.
You pop something in, and it's a whole new ball game, especially with getting as many chances as you want in those 4 minutes and 46 seconds.
As we do the classic announcer thing, remember, folks, if they score, they keep the power play going. Take advantage of it. You earned a pretty good, decent power play after. I mean, let's just be honest. Doroff earned that one. Well done by him. But wow. So the drama continues to build here hopefully we see some offense from the Bears. Hopefully that tilted ice that, again, we looked at the shots after the first, Chad, 12-2. 14 shots in that second period for the Cougars and just 9 for the Bears, and most of those came toward the end of the period. So whatever it is about that side of the ice,
yeah, it has to be.
it's working good, and so the Bears will get to shoot
Yep.
to our right one more time in this battle
Get
between
a-
the Cougars and the Bears.
Get a level out on the ice. It might be tilted a little that way.
It might be, is it because it's closer to the outside, it's colder out there?
Could be.
Actually, it'd be warmer the way
And
these
this
days
end
go.
definitely sees more weird bounces too.
All the time. All the time. What are we at here? 41 degrees outside. I probably should have grabbed my coat today, but I didn't. Rise and shine. Wow. So, I don't know what to do here, Chad. We look at the 17 minutes of regulation ahead, and then the Bears go back out on the road, and then they will come back home, and then we'll close things out here. And then, of course, they will close out their season against the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders.
As per tradition.
Yeah, just every
Recently.
year. Yeah.
They go to Rogers on Tuesday. That should be a fun one. I
Really
know
good game.
a couple of the Rogers players are out hurt, but I believe Cole Bumgarner should be back from the Youth Olympics in time for that game. It's been a few days since that tournament ended, so should be a tough test for the Bears on Tuesday.
And then next Saturday, they go down to Cottage Grove Ice Arena to play Parker Cottage Grove. Well, I will assume Chad will just stay in a hotel for the next few days because they've got Eastridge on Tuesday. Also at
Little back-to-back
Ice
to
Arena,
Cottage Grove Ice Arena.
you gotta schedule those two together to
Yeah.
save on travel costs.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they will come home for against Woodbury, and then of course close out the
Just
season.
a South Washington School District trifecta.
Yeah, for real. Bang, bang, bang. Get them all out. And, of course, so 2 weeks left in the season, regular season, Chad. And then it'll be 3 weeks from today where we'll go back to Aldridge, do the 11
Yep.
2-5 thing. Probably, maybe get our Perkit.
Oh.
What else is around there still? Is Little Caesar still alive?
I think so. Little Caesars and Subway.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, we'll be out of town.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
we'll be out in the middle of nowhere.
Hopefully they got internet in Wisconsin. And then and then after that it'll be I think, are they doing a doubleheader this year?
I believe I looked, and it
Yeah.
was the Wednesday doubleheader.
Wednesday doubleheader. That's not a big pain at all.
No.
And then Friday, the following Friday, will be the final. I don't know in terms of seating goes when it comes to. I don't even know how they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Because White Bear obviously is a tie with Hill. They are a win and a loss against Stillwater.
Hill has a win versus Stillwater.
So
Hill probably number one.
probably. And then I just think from the schedule standpoint, I don't think you can move Gentry higher than 4. I'm sorry.
No.
Just how this goes. So then you're wondering, well, does the fact that one of them was a shutout victory put Stillwater above us? And I don't know. It's
Look at common opponents. Who knows what it's going to be?
but regardless, it doesn't matter. If it'll be, I think we're looking at having to get through Stillwater again, which
Yep.
again, coming off a 5-0 shutout victory here. So that'll be a tough one. And again, Hill Murray, what a game that was. And a lot of people hoping for a rematch. There is certainly no guarantee. But, and that could be for either way.
I was
Like we
just going to
talked
say,
about.
for either way.
I mean, Hill Murray is, it's feast or famine with them. They had a great game. I didn't see the final yesterday, Chad, but they fought hard with Edina.
I think it was 5-3 Edina.
Okay, but they were, I think, leading multiple
It
times.
might have been 2-0 Hill at one
Yeah.
point.
So we'll see. I think they doing tonight's game over at Aldridge now, or is that at Aldridge last night?
It might have been at Aldrich last night. I can't
Okay, so
remember.
Braemar.
I think it was at Aldrich last night.
Oh no, Chad. Hope he's not planning on coming back. They missed a lot, just a line there of snow.
Just bad for the game.
We'll see if he does it. Is he going to come around? Yeah, he saw it.
Darn it, he says.
You know what we need to do? We need to mic up the Zamboni driver there on Thursday.
And confirmed it is at Edina tonight.
Okay.
8 p.m. start.
That's late.
Yeah. Stillwater plays Eden Prairie tonight. Eden Prairie just beat the Bears on Tuesday. Woodbury Mounds View, that might be a big game for Section 4.
Yeah, no, I can't forget, there's some really dangerous teams in Section 4 that could certainly play spoilers here. I mean, it's a wide open, not necessarily saying they're going to go all the way, but I'll tell you, Saturday could be a really interesting day of hockey, and I know we are not hoping for an interesting day.
No, you never do. You never want an interesting Saturday, quarterfinal Saturday at Aldrich if you're a higher seeded team.
We're thinking routine. Well, you never know. I don't think there's a team in that section right now that hasn't earned some degree of respect this season. As the Bears try to find their way back to St. Paul. It's been a little while, about 5 years since their last visit.
Yeah, that's crazy to think that's already 5 years ago.
Before that, it was 8-year dead spell, and 6 before that, and a great run between the 90s and the early 2000s. What a basically regular trips down there, but. Excited to just keep it running here through the intermission, and we did it without Chad even looking at the chat. Hi, all the people watching at home or on the road or beyond. Thanks for the mention in your Instagram story, Chad.
Oh, anytime.
Quick happy birthday to Elmo.
Happy birthday, Elmo.
Would hate to have gone the entire broadcast today, Chad, and not wished Elmo a happy birthday.
Also, a happy birthday to John Merrill.
Yeah, happy birthday, John Merrill.
Proud of him. Probably proud for him to share a birthday with the Elmo.
That's got to be cool. Easton Cody, the Cougar goaltender, leading his team back out on the ice. Chad, looking at Cody's stats, has not had one shutout this entire season.
There we go.
So he's been
no shutouts.
He's been shut out of a shutout. So as we mentioned into the period break, 4 minutes, 46 seconds of power play time to begin the final 17 minutes of regulation. Both coaches have had their opportunities to talk to or both coaching staffs, I should say, have had their opportunities to talk to the officials, because Well, Chad, let's just face it. This has been probably not the most fun game to call.
No, definitely not.
As an official, this is, you got to toe the line, and I don't know, maybe some officials might say, I love this. This is
Right.
great. Why we do it. So here we go. On the ice is the lone goal scorer in this one, Harper Saros, at number 16 of his season this year. Also out there, Nelson and Hare, as well as Austin Peterson for the Cougars. Will try to kill off this long White Bear Lake power play. And Distad is slowing things down here, playing very calculated. Got it off the wall to Timmins. Timmins goes back to Distad. And very relaxed first 20 seconds for
Yeah.
White Bear Lake as they will start to make their way up the ice. Distad out of the reach of Timmins, but it goes on goal, so sure.
Yeah, it worked
That's what he
out
was
for the
trying to
Bears,
do.
I guess.
I definitely like casual and, calculated, but that also
Maybe a little too.
has to come with some tape-to-tape passing and
Yep.
a little bit too relaxed in the passing, I think, there. We'll see if they can be a little bit better on that. Draw one back to Timmins. He'll slide it to his left for Will Distad as they play pitch and catch along that blue line. Timmins steps up, sends one off the stick of Nelson and wide of the Cougar goal. Nolan Road reversing direction. Let it go for Newlander. Out in front for Lalonde. Down low for Road. In front, the battle continues there, smothered up by Easton Cody. 3:52 remains on the power play. 54-second shift for the guys currently on the ice, and they will stay out there.
Yeah, we'll see how much of this power play they do play. I'm guessing it'll be a lot.
Battle in the corner. Puck comes free out to the blue line for Will Distad. Maverick Timmins fires one. It's loose in front. Trying to get a stick on it was Newlander, but he was brought down and was out of his reach. Nolan Road to Distad. Fires one wide to the goal. It bounces dangerously out in front, but played to the outside by the Cougars. Back to the point. Now forward to Road. Road off the crossbar. Hit the upper bar there. Bounced right back out silently. Now Road will try again. Goes behind the goal. Centers one. Loose in front. Cleared to the blue line, but kept in by Timmins. A little give and go with Distad. Now Timmins on the ice. Here's Distad. Another try to the back door, but the stick of Road was tied up, and that will allow the Cougars will pick it up and will send it down the ice. Gabriel quickly on the transition gives it to Distad, who pulls up just inside the zone. Now looks for options. Goes back to the point for Olsen. Olsen to Distad. Distad on the ice. Chance for Laska, but he couldn't get the stick to his, or the puck to his tape, and the Cougars will skate it down, and they have killed now half of their major. 2 minutes and 33 seconds remain on the 5-minute power play for the Bears. Down a goal, trying to solve Easton Cody in this Cougar defense, who have clogged all sorts of lanes out in front. White Bear Lake student section looking on here. Cougars content with keeping that puck on the outside. To the blue line goes to Selski, now to Olsen to the corner. Buteau, weak angle, shot save made, and holding on to it is Cody. 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go in this 5-minute major. And the top guys for the Bears come back out.
First line for the Bears right back out there.
Road, Lalonde, Newlander, Distad, and Timmins. Draw one back to Timmins. Timmins goes to Distad. Distad forward to Road. Distad on the ice, shot just stopped by the stick of Cooper Hare, and he'll send it deep. Nolan Road back in for White Bear Lake. Nelson will get after the puck, but Road steals it back and will jam it to Distad at the blue line. Down low to Road. Skipped his stick, trying to recover. kept with it for a moment, but then it's rung around the Ward's near side. Timmons can't keep it in, and he will skate back to his own zone to pick up that puck. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go in the power play for the Bears. We'll call it a must score, but and now the Bears offside. They're going to touch it up here, and that's going to bring the face-off just back outside the zone. So at that point, Chad, I mean, look at 111. Said not a must score, but man, you really want to take advantage of this.
Especially on a major.
Still time, still time. Puck is down, back underway. Timmons getting to the red line. Lost it as he entered the zone, and they'll clear it down. Gabriel outside of the trapezoid will backhand it to Distad. Kind of a nifty pass there. Others might call it dangerous, but it worked.
Yeah, Leo Gabriel not one afraid to play the puck.
And the Bears struggle to get it in, but they do. Olsen had it briefly. Great job by Rhodes keeping it in front of that blue line for the moment. Helped by Buteau, and then it just comes off his stick, goes back to neutral ice. 25 seconds remain in that long 5-minute major. Olsen spins, fires it behind the Cougar goal. Cougars try to clear. It's met by Rode. Rode to Laska, back out high. Selski finds Rode. Rode's shot hits a stick, goes into the glass behind. Olsen will pick it up here. 8 seconds to go in the power play. Olsen across. Finds Selski, gets it from Rode. Selski with the shot, save made. Rode with the rebound, but it hits traffic in front and goes to the corner. The penalty is over. Full strength is Centennial. They've killed off that 5-minute major shot, redirected into the net. Nolan Rode fires the shot. He'll get the goal, and he'll get the Bears on the board.
Yeah, the Bears, just after the major finishes, that puck somehow able to find the back of the net, and we got a tie ball game.
Not sure how exactly that found its way through, but the hands went up and the pointing went straight to Nolan Rode. So certainly a little doubt among the players, at least it seemed to be from up here, of who got that goal. Get the official call in a moment. And it is Nolan Rode, unassisted, and the Mr. Hockey candidate helps his team tie this one up as Gabriel ramps it off his stick into the netting behind. So face-off coming up inside the White Bear Lake zone. Funny how that happens sometimes, Chad. You go from that transition from the long power play to full strength, and it changes some things. And so that officially a power play goal, but certainly in the tail end of it. So in a way, the Bears did take advantage, just a more convoluted way as it's played out over the glass. And we'll open up the Yeti cooler once again and get a new puck out. Backhanded behind the White Bear Lake goal. It's Distad. He's dangerous, has some speed. Goes blue line to blue line, still with it. Distad the shot, and a shoulder save made by Easton Cody after going coast to coast. Still battling now. Here's Buteau, sends it out the wall. Distad winds, fires a shot. Hits maybe some traffic, maybe a save by Cody. Another try here for Distad as it's knocked to the corner. The Bears all of a sudden fired up here in this third period. Shot from the blue line, rises on goal. Cody making the save. Buteau forces a turnover. carries it toward the goal. Dylan Buteau backhanded on goal save made by Cody. Sliced in the air, turning and firing just wide was Doroff. Kept in by Olsen, knocked off the wall. Here's Buteau. He's tired clearly as he one-hands it over. Coming to help out is Newlander. Buteau down there to help as well. Kept in by Olsen. Olsen skates it to the corner. Puts on the brakes, goes to Newlander, who replaced him at the blue line. Newlander whiffs on the shot, but got it over for Olsen, and a on-the-ice shot misses wide. Rebound bounced right out, and that was also played wide of the goal. Buteau has it now. Long shift for the Bears, but they've kept it in on the forecheck. Olsen's shot finds its way to the goal, and somehow making the stop is Cody as he looks to catch his breath after an onslaught of opportunities for White Bear Lake. But unfortunately for the Bears, none of them get past Easton Cody.
What a shift again by that second line. We talked earlier about how great they've been playing, and nice this offensive zone pressure there for the Bears, just unable to solve Cody.
Draw one back by the Bears. Distad fires one, glove by Cody.
Yeah, the Bears are getting Cody starting to get Cody to move side to side a little bit. I think that it's going to be key to get another one past him.
Cougars win this draw. Look to break it out immediately. Having some issues finding some lanes, but Hunter Searles able to catch that pass, and he'll skate it in, sends it toward the goal. Dangerous hop off of Selski's stick, goes on goal. A huge slash on Gabriel after he clearly covered it up, and he took exception to that one, and Alex Clampett goes crashing to the ice. I think they're gonna probably just
call it clean.
Call it even there.
Yeah, gee.
Both very fair, very fair response. And we'll play on.
And it hasn't been super chippy this period yet up until that point, especially compared to the second period. I definitely think both coaches said something in between periods.
Yeah, certainly has settled down here in the third. Now the Bears will be called for high sticking, barely. It's really hard for Maverick Timmons to get called for high sticking, I'll tell you that much. That shoulder level is higher than most of the kids out there's heads. And then I'm sick and tired of these tall guys getting more real estate to work with when it comes to high sticking, Chad.
Right.
Us shorter guys, we don't get that. Looking to break free was Lalonde, just couldn't get his stick on that dribbling puck. Timmons rotates it over for Distad. Distad up the ice to Rode, to Timmons. Timmons tried to feed Rode but couldn't find him. Olsen off the wall. Timmons just turns and sprinkler systems the puck down the ice, and will be an icing for the Bears. That's certainly more of a more costly play, Chad, in the college and pro level, but
yeah, it doesn't cost you anything in the high school levels. You're still able to change.
I will say, too, we haven't really mentioned this enough, I don't think, but this crowd, very impressive here. Very full barn today. Rooting both these teams on. Great showing from the Cougar side as well. And, so well done by by White Bear Nation today. Showing up. And good luck to the Mountain View Mustang fans coming here.
Could barely find a spot at noon.
Certainly struggled when I got here, as you always do. Guess that's what happens when you make a parking lot for about half of the size of this building.
And then you keep
capacity.
building more stuff on top of it.
Is there another bank we can throw on there? Maybe there's another orthopedic center. Heck, you know what, Chad? We should start a school.
We really should.
What are we going to call it?
The Horn Academy.
Yeah, there we go. The Horn Academy coming this fall. And we're just going to be just blatant. It's not even going to be about the school. It's going to be completely about the hockey. That's it. We're building. We're making hockey players, not.
If you think your kid's gonna play in the NHL, come play for us.
It better be here. In fact, we're aiming for 100% success rate in terms of if you go to the Horn Academy, your kid's guaranteed the NHL. Here, spinning and firing a shot that was blocked and cleared back out by the Cougars. That's always good. I would hate to go to a school with like my neighborhood kids and have fun with my friends and then play hockey with them at night. I'd much rather just go to some prep academy in a city I don't even live in with a bunch of other kids who don't live in that city as well. That sounds like way more fun.
And such a beautiful building.
And really too. I mean, if you're gonna work in an office building someday, might as well go to school in one. Am I right?
Back to the game.
Are we going to make it to Woodbury? Or?
We're going to get yanked off the air by the end of this game.
Yeah, probably. Here's a chance for the Bears now. Great look, a shot taken by Doroff. He's been all over the ice in this one.
Yeah, he has.
And we've seen some really good things from this line in this game. Here's Hare for the Cougars. Fires one off the stick of Gabriel. Another try. That one just caught the side of the cage and bounced in the corner. Maybe even a piece of Gabriel en route. Regardless, the puck is in the corner. The Bears and the Cougars are fighting for it. Centennial comes away with it. They get it to the blue line. A shot. It's gloved by Gabriel. Saw it the whole way.
Yep.
With 6:18 to go, and a tie game, 1-1. And you wouldn't have really thought anybody else would be the goal scorers here. Maybe Heath Nilsson, but Harper Sales the lone goal scorer for the Cougars, and Nolan Rowe for the Bears, adding his 21st of the year. He is 1 point shy, Chad, away from a 40-point season, and we still have some more games to go. Nolan to 50 watch will certainly be fun to see.
Yeah, Buto and Maverick Timmons have really stepped up with Jack Stanius being out.
Here's a chance for White Bear. Distad. Shot blockered away by Cody. Another try, another save made. His road denied there with a quick, nifty wrister. Distad hit into the boards. He'll get back up. Road skates into some open ice, cuts his way into the Cougar zone, gives it over. Lalonde, chance, the shot safe, rebound, still loose, and it's under Cody as he lays down on top of it. What a try for the Bears, but they are denied, and what a play by E.C. Cody.
Yeah, just able to fall on that puck. Tyler Lalonde with that same angle he had on that game winner in the final second against Park Cottage Grove, but just unable to bury that one.
5.5 to go. Shots now 38-19 in favor of the Bears. They have tested Cody all night. He has played phenomenal, keeping his squad in it. Olsen in front. Steered away by Centennial. Nelson pushes it forward. Gives it to Searles. Searles, he's dangerous. Lost it on the exchange here to the corner. Bears trying to jam it out. Lalonde gets hooked and held. And
now the Bears are going to go.
The Bears retaliate, and the officials missed the first one, but they saw the second. And now Centennial is going to go on the power play after this long delayed penalty here as they try to get the 6-on-5 going for the meantime, but the Bears able to stop it at the blue line.
We'll see what they call it.
And I think Timmons, the official's talking about it here. Distad got hit hard. And I think Timmons was responding to that, Chad, and this could be really, really bad.
Yep, it could be a 5-minute. You also got to love a 40-plus-year-old man yelling at a high school player.
Oh, really? Who is that?
The guy in the black hat right here.
Yeah, it's always tough when you see grown men yelling at high school kids, but I thought I'd say it loud enough for him to hear. So they call a 5-minute major.
Yep.
And this could be very bad news for the Bears here. And heading into the box, probably a 5 and a 10. So if this goes to overtime, we would perhaps be able to see Timmons back, but that's bad not only from the 5-minute major perspective, Chad, but certainly from the losing Timmons for so long as well.
Yep.
So, and I think Coach, I don't know what they're gonna. Oh, they had to get some debris off the ice here. I thought the officials were coming back to talk to somebody, but here we go. This could be it for the Bears here. This has been a very good penalty kill. This will be their toughest test all night, and one of their top guys in the box for the rest of regulation at least. Searles with a shot, pinballs around, goes outside, and then back out high. The play continues here for the Cougars. It's worked to Nelson. Nelson settles the puck down. Goes to Searles. Searles to his right. The shot, the save made by Gabriel. Got his glove up in time with 4:19 to go in period number 3. Draw one by the Cougars. Nelson along that blue line, spins back, goes to Searles at the point. His shot on the ice misses wide of the goal. Cougars get it right back immediately. Peterson finds Searles, avoids a poke check from Buteau to the back door. The shot misses high, hits the glass, bounces down to Nelson's stick. Now to Searles, to his right again. Peterson to the back door. Nelson just missed his 9th power play goal this season. Stolen away by Rode at the end of a long shift. He still has some speed. His fights through here with Buteau, but misses him just a little too far in front. And I'd have to think, Chad, at this point, you got to get some fresh guys out there for the Bears.
Yeah, you got to get off the ice.
A long minute, but he's going to keep fighting. Him and Buteau out there for the Bears. Searles fights his way in, loses his footing, and will let the puck go to Nelson. Nelson tried to return it behind the goal, but Cougars can't keep it in. Buteau trying to muscle it free, can't do so, and now quick change being made here. Fresh skater out there for White Bear Lake. Buteau still a little bit tired out there as the shot goes wide of the White Bear Lake goal centered, and now Buteau will dump and he will change.
Yeah, smart play there by Buteau.
3 to go in regulation. And this power play will carry into an extra session if we get to that point. A lot of power play hockey to be had here still for Centennial as they look to get their lead back that they had all the way back in the first period. It was erased at the tail end of a 5-minute major power play for the Bears. It was actually after the end of it in which Nolan Rode got the unassisted goal to get the Bears on the board. But again, White Bear Lake in some trouble. Half the power play gone, still 2.5 more minutes to go. And here come the Raiders once again. Their top power play line out there pretty much the whole time here. And that maybe is something the Bears could take advantage of here now as they ice it down again. And I think the Cougars are going to finally get some relief out there.
Searles ain't going anywhere.
Except for, yeah, Searles, who stay out there trying to get his second goal of the game. Official brought down in the corner. He'll get back up.
Yeah, looks like he's good.
And to Searles at the point. Right side shot, score. Alex Clampett makes it 2-1, and the power play will continue as well. Well, we said in the second intermission, Chad, that the Cougars are going to do everything they possibly can to do something at least in that 5-minute major to make it a 4-on-4, but that doesn't mean that whole trying to get you to go you into something stupid was going to stop.
Right.
And it didn't stop. And unfortunately, I mean, just you can't, you got to be smart. And this team has really struggled with that. And I see that coming, unfortunately, from a mile away. It was a valiant effort, but eventually something's going to give. And it did give. And now it's 2-1 Centennial with 1:44 to go in the game. Timeout taken by Chris Anderson and the White Bear Lake Bears. I don't know what you plan here at this point. I think you probably now are just being aggressive as all you can.
Yep.
And I don't, at some point probably if you can get, some zone control, get Leo off the ice, but. If there's any line or if there's any penalty kill in the state that can find a way to tie this up while still being down the entire rest of the game, it'd be this one. Nolan Road, he got a big tying shorthanded goal against Hill Murray back in, maybe that was a go-ahead goal in the third. Against the Pioneers, he'll need to perhaps get another big shorthander if the Bears want any chance to come away with a W here. 97 seconds to go. Cougars not looking like they want to give any sort of inch to the Bears here. In fact, that was, of course, most of the second power play that got that goal, Chad. So this top line back out there fresh, and they want to perhaps prove themselves as well a little bit too, to watching their backups put the puck in the net. Gabriel makes his way to the goal, and he will return, but then Nolan Road gets a loose puck, sends one on goal, save made by Cody, and that will bring a whistle with minute 4 to go in regulation. Leo Gabriel is in the penalty, or in the White Bear Lake bench. He went to the wrong door. So 1 minute and 4 seconds of regulation. 5-on-5 now with the empty net. Big face-off here. Nolan Road will do the honors. And I think the Cougars must have called that timeout. So the Bears call the timeout now. We didn't see it.
Interesting.
My apologies, folks. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Alrighty, here we go, folks. A big face-off coming up, and certainly not impossible. We've talked about
how good this penalty kill has been all year.
Nolan Road has 2 shorthanded goals. Fortunately, Jack Stanius with the other one. See what happens. Face off. Won by the Bears. Olsen across. One-time shot blocked. Oh, good look for Buteau, but he couldn't get it through the legs and the skates of the Cougars. And now the Bears forced to retreat. Cougars looking for the empty netter. Great job by Olsen swatting it wide of the goal. Buteau handles it. Feeds it through to Lalonde. Lalonde, nice job there to his left for Rode. Rode down low for Buteau. Weak angle shot turned away. Rebound behind the goal, flipped up. Now here's a shot from Distad. Save. Rebound loose. Back to Rode here at the blue line as he'll fight through it, but it's sent down the ice for an icing with 23.9 to go. And a great effort by White Bear Lake. They've got the looks that they wanted, Chad, but again, we've been saying this all game. That middle of the ice, that slot area clogged up so wonderfully. So we'll see, probably a similar play coming up. Big face-off here for the Bears. Won by Rode. Distad tried to feed Lalonde, but easily sticked away by the Cougars, and then they'll send it down the ice. Race for the puck is on. Lalonde knocking it over. Played up the ice. The Bears can ice it as the puck goes wide of the White Bear Lake empty net. It's Rode now with 5 seconds to go. 3 seconds, 2, got it over. Distad's shot goes over the goal, and it doesn't matter, it was offside anyway, and the clock is stopped at .5 to go, and that will basically do it. So a costly 5-minute major boarding. I don't even know what exactly officially
I think they called it checking from behind.
So costly 5-minute checking from behind call on Maverick Timmons results in a power play goal that the Cougars score, and they will beat White Bear Lake 2-1. And I think we just got another penalty as well toward the end, and wouldn't doubt that there was some words exchanged there between the officials and the Bears, but disappointing end to that one, Chad. It was you know, a good game for the most part.
Yeah, very fun game.
Really fun game, and for it to boil down to just some penalties. We said the whole game it was chippy, and certainly not surprised that it came down to some extracurricular activities between these two teams, and both teams with the 5-minute major. And it was the
you don't see a lot of games with 2 5-minute majors called.
And both, I think, well earned.
Yep.
And we'll see now how more words and stuff, and hope everything stays calm below us here, as there is nobody there at this point to play security. So yeah, tough way for this one to end, and yeah, but hopefully a learning experience more than anything for White Bear Lake, Chad. I mean, I hate to, you don't want to criticize your own, you know, your team too much, but this has been a just another trend.
Yep, it's been an all-year thing, and you would think by February that they would learn, but I guess not.
Stay out of the box.
Yeah.
If you have,
it's not that difficult.
If you have a family member, if you're a family member of one of the players, and you're watching at home, yeah, maybe send the players a text and say, stay out of the box.
Yeah.
Be great.
Don't make crying motions at a player when you're going to go on the power play.
Yeah, that's another thing we talked about, we saw.
Yep.
Power play opportunity for the Bears, or at least there's going to be a long 4-on-4, and then a shorter 5-on-4 opportunity, but you can't let those opportunities go. So a tough way to end senior day / night. We will be back for one more game.
One more.
Crazy. and we are looking forward to being here on Thursday, February 15th, and closing the book on a pretty cool deal. And so we hope you will join us then. We mentioned earlier, but the Bears back on the road again. Rogers, big game on Tuesday, another big test before moving on to Eastridge and Park and all that. And then they come home for Woodbury before going on the road to Creighton, and then hopefully by in a few weeks they've learned, they've gotten better, and they can go into sections and hopefully in a good spot. So, Chad, your final thoughts?
Yeah, like we said, a very fun game despite only a total of three goals being scored. I think we saw why Harper Searles and Nolan Road are so highly regarded, and great games in net as well by Leo Gabriel and Easton Cody. Just a fun overall game.
Yep,
Just
very fun game. Just
hate to see it end that way on a dumb penalty.
No, absolutely. So have a good one, everybody. We'll see you in a week and a half on February 15th. See you then.